power. See that? That was pretty good. Hey friends, Ash here. Welcome back to Gents. Hope you're well. Today I've got for you guys the best fragrance for warm weather from 10 different huge designer fragrance houses. So basically, if you're looking to smell good, you're looking to smell fresh, looking to smell clean, these will have you covered. All of them are gonna be linked in the description below. Feel free to check them out down there. Let's get it started. And we're gonna kick things off with Versace Parfum. Now you could also go with Versace Man Eau Fraiche. That'd be a great choice as well. That one's more to me like a tropical beach kind of fragrance, more of a vacation scent, but really, really good during the summer also. So you can't go wrong with that. Could also go even Dylan Blue. That would work well, but for me, I kind of gravitate toward this one. I think Versace Pour Homme, for the price from discounters, is just a great jack of all trades fragrance. It's clean, it's fresh, it's a little bit classy, super easy to wear, not divisive at all. You can wear this anytime in spring and summer, any place, and it will work. It also has a little bit of a similarity to Chanel Allure Homme Sport or Missoni Wave, so if you're familiar with those, then you know how this one is gonna come across. And the bottle's pretty hefty. So we're starting off strong. Versace Pour Homme, I think, for Versace is the first place to stop. That's the first one to check out. And this one can also be, honestly, a really good signature scent. Like this one, you can wear this anywhere. After that, we're gonna do one that is not officially in the top 10, and I'll explain why. It's Michael Malo, Ocean Noir. So of course, if you follow this channel at all, you know that I'm pretty tight with Michael Malo at this point. I've released 5 fragrances that I creatively directed underneath their brand, underneath their house. Actually working on 2 new ones right now for that line, but I didn't want to include one of mine. So Ocean Noir, this one, that would be my choice if I wasn't gonna pick South Slope. And Ocean Noir actually is one of their absolute best selling fragrances. They move nuts bottles of this stuff. And it makes sense why, because this is a really good, easy wearing blue fragrance, but it comes across different from all the big blue fragrances out there. You know, the Y's, the Bleu de Chanel Sauvages. So you've got aquatic notes in here, also Tangelo and coconut, super appealing. Another big compliment puller. And this one works really well as a transitional fragrance from day to night also. You've got tonka in there as it dries down. You've got some amber woods. So it's a very modern, fresh blue fragrance with a slight tropical vibe to it and a nice sweetness. This one is super appealing. And you know, looking at the bottle, you may not realize it. Very unassuming until you blast this on. But like I said, you know, I'm a little biased here. I like Michael Malo, I like the people there, so that's not one of the official ones. I got 9 others. So let's move on to Hugo Boss next. With Hugo Boss, I would say Boss Bottled Pacific, if you can find it. That's the issue, because that one's limited edition. It can be a little hard to find. And I was like, well, let's not put Pacific in there just because, you know, who knows? A couple weeks from now, that stuff could be nigh impossible to find. So I went tonic, Boss Bottled Tonic. Now I know that I'm like a little bit on an island here because I love Boss Bottled Tonic. I think for the price point, this stuff is awesome. But Boss Bottled Tonic is not as big of a, you know, universally loved fragrance as some of the other ones that I'm gonna feature. At its heart, it's pretty simple. It's apple, which is gonna tie it in with the Boss Bottled line, citrus, ginger, which gives it a nice zingy liveliness, very refreshing. And as it dries down, a little woodiness in there as well. There's also cinnamon, because I mean, really, Boss Bottled was known for apple and cinnamon. That's really kind of what made it, right? So you have that in here. So it ties in with the OG, but it is very lively, fresh, refreshing, brisk, and a little classy as well. So I like it. I like Bottled Tonic. And I think, you know, just the whole vibe, everything, the look, the coloration of this, it's very similar to Versace Pour Homme, actually. It just screams out to be worn when it's hot out. Let's go next with Dior. Dior Homme Sport. And I was thinking about it, you know, I was looking through Christian Dior's fragrances, the ones that are readily available, you know, no discontinued ones or anything like that. They don't have a whole heck of a lot of fragrances that I would really wear when it's hot out. Like Dior Sauvage, you can wear it. You can absolutely wear it, but Would I want to wear that? You know, would I want to go heavy on the sprayer with Dior Sauvage in the middle of summer? Nah, I wouldn't. You go to Fahrenheit Eau de Toilette, Fahrenheit Le Parfum, do you want to wear those? Probably not. You could make an argument for Eau Sauvage, you know, Eau Sauvage Eau de Toilette, but I think for the majority of people, Dior Homme Sport is gonna be a much better choice. This one gives you that fresh woodiness, that modern feel from Dior Homme 2020, but of course freshened up, cleaned up, made better for high heat situations. As I say, when it comes to this though, it's not truly a sport fragrance in the sense of being a gym time fragrance. It's much more than that. Great versatility. I mean, really, you could wear this year round, I feel. And it's another one you can wear in just about any situation. So for a warm weather Dior, I think I'm going this. The other choice would of course be Dior Homme Cologne. And that one is fantastic. And if we're talking about just straight up the most refreshing Dior, I think it'd be that one. It has kind of an iced lemonade feel to it. Smells great. The performance, not great though, not amazing. I think just overall in terms of versatility, I'm going Dior Homme Sport, but Dior Homme Cologne, that one also. Let's go Prada next. And there are a few different choices. The one I'm gonna highlight is the original Luna Rossa. Now I wanna say also, Luna Rossa Ocean, the Eau de Toilette, or the Eau de Parfum, but probably leaning more toward the Eau de Toilette. Really good too. And also Prada L'Homme Low, or even Water Splash. You could go with either of those. But I want to highlight this one because it gets overlooked. When it comes to the Luna Rossa line, people typically will gravitate toward Luna Rossa Black, Luna Rossa Carbon, or Luna Rossa Ocean. And it makes sense why. I mean, Luna Rossa Carbon, you get a Dior Sauvage-esque type fragrance, big compliment puller. Luna Rossa Black comes across very unique. It actually reminds me of discontinued fragrances from the past, like Bulgari Black or Midnight in Paris. And then of course, Luna Rossa Ocean, that's the best-selling fragrance for men from Prada. It's their blue fragrance, so of course that one's gonna get mentioned a lot. But the OG Luna Rossa, this is an unheralded spring, summertime hidden gem at this point. How can it be a hidden gem? I don't know, but it is. So Luna Rossa, this has less of an emphasis on citrus compared to a lot of fresh fragrances. There's citrus in there, bitter orange, but it comes across without that pop of sweetness. Good amount of lavender in here, comes across extremely pleasant, very easy wearing, very smooth. Luna Rossa still works, still smells great. Let's talk Montblanc next. Now, Explorer Ultra Blue, my favorite. Yeah, Explorer Ultra Blue, I'm not the biggest fan, but I do want to highlight it for a second here. From discounters, it is really inexpensive. And truth be told, for the price it goes for nowadays, it's not bad. I bought it at I bought it above full retail, okay? So when I first talked about this one, you know, did my first impressions review, whatever, I paid way too much for it. And for the amount that I paid for it, it is an awful buy, okay? It is a truly awful buy. And I think honestly at full retail, it is not a good buy. But if you can pick this up for that discounted price, you know, around $30 at that point, it's nice. At least for what most people are going to use it for, which is a marine forward, fresh scent with fruity sweetness off the top, but mainly more of that sea salty marine vibe. That being said, for my own personal taste from Montblanc, would I go for this one? No. I would go for maybe something like Legend Spirit, which has a similarity to Invictus Aqua and is really affordable from discounters. Has that bubblegummy sweetness, but it's a big compliment puller, it's easy to wear, and it's more appealing to me than this one is. I just wanted to highlight this one because I never do, because yeah, it's not my favorite, like I said, I don't really love it. But I know a lot of people out there do and would. That said, Legend Spirit for me, and I think you could also wear Legend Eau de Toilette, but really that's kind of an all year type scent. You could even go with the original Explorer, which again, that one I feel is also kind of an all year scent, similar to Creed's Aventus, of course. And if you wanna switch things up, you could go with Starwalker, which Starwalker I think is a fantastic scent for the price. But I feel that, you know, for most people, that's not really what they would consider like a summertime freshie, which is why I went Legend Spirit. Let's go Jean Paul Gaultier next, and I'm gonna go Le Beau Eau de Toilette. This one gives you a pretty interesting scent profile, a unique scent profile with the coconut that's in there. It has a bit of a creamy feel to it, good amount of sweetness. So it is one of those fragrances where you wanna adjust your sprays up or down, depending on where you're going, what you're doing, who you're gonna be around, how well this works off your skin, all that stuff. Just when you have fragrances that you're wearing like in the middle of summer, if it's gonna be really humid and you're gonna be in close contact with a lot of people, if you've got one that's super sweet, and this one is pretty sweet leaning, you know, just be cognizant of that. Other choices from Jean Paul Gaultier that I think would work really well, you could go with In the Navy, On Board. I would choose either of those over Aviator. I think that In the Navy and On Board are a little better. And you could also go with the new Le Male Lover, which is a little simple, kind of powdery, fresh, clean, but that one would work too. And of course, you could go with the OG Le Male if you really, really like that one. And if you can find Eau Fraiche, that one too. Let's go Gucci next, and I'm gonna go Guilty Black with this one. I actually like Guilty Black a lot. I've talked about that on the channel. This is one that, truth be told, when Gucci Black came out, Guilty Black and Gucci Guilty, they got hated on a lot. And you know, I smelled them and I actually thought they smelled okay, but I bought into the hate a little bit, the hate hype. I was gonna say the hype, but it was the hate. It was the hate hype, the hype hate. So I was like, oh, it's gotta suck, because a lot of people were saying it sucks, so it's gotta suck, right? And then as time went on, I realized, well, if I think that it smells nice, that's all that matters. So yeah, Guilty Black is really, really, really nice to smell. Now, if you've never smelled Guilty Black, it's not a dark fragrance, even though it has the name Black, and you know, presentation makes it look a little mysterious, like it's gonna be, you know, an evening scent, maybe have some leather in there or something. Nah. Also, Gucci Guilty, the OG, that one would work really well also. Let's go YSL next, and I got myself here. This is my #1 summer fragrance for this year, so kind of had to put it in here, right? This thing just works. It's another one, kind of like Guilty Black over here, that's a little simple. You know, the idea behind it is not anything crazy. It's not anything unheard of. Let's make something that smells clean, fresh, a little sweet. Give it kind of a, you know, fresh laundry touch to it, and just make it very smooth, easy wearing. I thought about going, you know, Y Eau de Toilette or Y Eau Fraiche or even the original L'Homme, but I kind of kept coming back to myself because right now from that house, that's the one I want to wear, at least for summertime. Like that's the one I would gravitate toward first. The other ones are good choices as well, but that's the one I'm reaching for. Let's go Dolce & Gabbana next. And Dolce & Gabbana, I'm going Light Blue Eau Intense. So that one, for me, a little bit of an improvement over the original Light Blue Pour Homme. And there are a lot of other flankers, limited edition flankers. The issue with those is that sometimes they can be very difficult to find. Like there will be times where you can't find Light Blue Italian Love anywhere other than eBay. And then same thing with Light Blue Forever and some of the other flankers as well. The one that you can always find is this one. And it works out because I like that one a lot. And like I said, to me, it's an improvement over Light Blue Pour Homme. So that's what I'm going with. I do feel like that there should be a Light Blue flanker announced anytime now, unless we're not getting one this year, which that'd be something. It'd be like, oh, what's going on with Light Blue? That's not normal. Oh, I wonder if that's bad news. Now, by the time this video comes out, there could be a Light Blue flanker announced already for this year, but as of when I'm shooting this, not when it's out necessarily, but right now, today, it's the middle of May, and there has been no Light Blue announcement yet for this year. So the thing that is a little troubling about that is Light Blue limited edition flankers are made for summertime. So if we're 2 weeks away from June and no Light Blue flanker announced yet, cutting it pretty close. You don't want to wait until like August 15th and be like, hey guys, here's the new summer flankers here. Wait, why is nobody interested in this? Ah, dang it, it's almost fall. So yeah, light blue, where are you? All right, final fragrance house, final fragrance is from Azzaro, and I'm going with this, the Most Wanted Eau de Toilette Intense. Now, I thought about putting in Chrome Extreme, or Chrome Aqua, or even the original Chrome, or one of the Chromes. There's a lot of Chromes, and pretty much all of them are made for warm weather. But I decided to give a little shine to this one. Even though there are some parts about this fragrance that I'm still not a huge fan of, I will complain about this forever, because don't give me a fragrance that's gonna cost me over $100 and then give me this. Oh God, that's awful. They changed up the atomizer situation with the newest Most Wanted, and it is really bad, truly awful. Like, it feels cheap when you spray it. It doesn't spray much out. It's a notable step down. They gave me a nice little gradient, but then an awful atomizer. Fragrance itself though, again, nice, fresh, sweet, aromatic. Took some cues from myself over here. You know, just got kind of a similar vibe, a similar idea behind it. But like myself, it works. People like it. And it's a nice, fresh scent done in a very modern way for high heat. So if you didn't mind spending a little more versus like the cost for one of the Chromes, get this from Azzaro. I would also get this over Wanted Tonic. I think that Wanted Tonic is not as good as this one. It is way cheaper though from discounters. There we go, guys. There are some fragrances from a bunch of different brands, along with some other recommendations from these brands as well, because you know, it's not really one size fits all. Yes, you could wear something like Versace Pour Homme pretty much all summer, but you know, you'll probably want to try some other things, wear some other things also. So that's why I wanted to mention other fragrances from each brand, because you know, sometimes maybe Eau Fraiche would work better than Versace Pour Homme from the same house. Sometimes Luna Rossa, the OG, would work better. Sometimes maybe Carbon or L'Homme Low would work better, so yeah. But there we go. Thank you guys for hanging with me. Stay safe out there. See you tomorrow with another fragrance video. See you guys later. America's Most Wanted. I was like saying it like Unsolved Mysteries. All right, final fragrance. It's from Azzaro. It is... Hey-o, cut that part out. It landed like straight up though. That's pretty sweet if you would have seen it.